And we're live with the Chester Sky Show. Today's guest is Paulo, a fellow stand-up comedian. Thanks for being on the show, bud.
Thank you very much for having me on. It's a pleasure, my man. It's been a while since we spoke anyways.
Yeah, we last time was back in Second City, right? It was a while ago.
Yeah, we were in that class, that wonderful class together. It was fun, you know. It taught me a lot about comedy anyways, right? Here's the thing, and I guess this would be a good way to start, right? It's not like you have to take that course in order to be a comedian.
No.
But it helps, especially if you're afraid to be on the stage.
Oh, for sure. You can get bombed, and then there's people like, oh no, it's okay to bomb.
Yes, yeah, exactly. You know, it's like just someone there to help you go through it's all right to be nervous. It's all right to bomb. You'll be good. You know, it's just.
I felt comfort in just hearing how much everyone else was bombing. Like, that felt good somehow. I needed to know that you sucked too. Then I could do it.
You know what? It did help. It did help, especially if the person before you bombed and you're like, yes. Oh my God, okay, cool. So now if I bomb, it won't be that bad.
Yeah, you don't really want to be with people who are really, really good in the beginning.
Yeah. But how have you been doing with comedy? You still at it, or?
Well, I haven't done it in a year now because of the thing, but I want to get back on stage. But the problem is that now I'm out of practice. That's the issue.
That's the problem right now.
Starting from scratch again.
Yeah, I've just been writing. Like I had one show this summer, and it was all right. Like it wasn't that bad, but it just felt like I don't know. Like everyone was either down or it could have been more people there. You know what I mean? It was just
was it live? Though?
It was live.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I don't like doing the whole Zoom comedy.
They keep trying to get me to do it. I'm like, I don't know, man.
Here's the thing. I've seen a few people. I've got a few friends. I've seen their shows on Zoom, and it's fun. Like it's some, it can be funny and whatnot.
Sure.
I find it that when you're on stage and you tell your joke and people laugh, and then sometimes you even pick on people because of that.
Yes.
So it adds. It adds more to the show. It adds more to the segment. You know what I mean? For example, I had a show one time, and I said this really. It wasn't even a funny joke. It was just a stupid joke about men having sex with goats. Like I said, it was a stupid joke. But there was this older lady, and she must have loved it that she kept on laughing. She literally broke my my segment. She broke it up because she wouldn't stop laughing for about a minute and a half. But that added to the show because I got to pick on her afterwards. And the more I picked on her, the more I actually forgot to do the rest of my set, and the funnier it became. That's just it.
There you go.
Right. So it's all right to do it on Zoom. When it comes to stand-up comedy, I mean, I
need to hear the audience. I can't hear it on Zoom. It's silence. I can't deal with that.
And that's what I've noticed. A few people said a few funny jokes, and I'm like, oh my God, it's funny. But the environment, the atmosphere isn't there.
There's so much shape there. You just take it for granted.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, but it's, you know what? Shit happens. I guess right now, the best we can do is just wait till everything gets better, I hope.
Well, I remember I did one Zoom thing, and I started doing it, and I realized that I can't tell if I'm doing good or bombing because it's silence no matter what.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe I'll just have fun with the fact that it's on video. So I started doing stupid things that you wouldn't normally do on like a Zoom call.
Like what?
Like I said, okay, I'm going to take the pizza out the oven. So I just started cooking. And then I cooked badly. So I like dropped everything consistently as I was doing it. Like I dropped the pizza completely, went all over the place. I was like, okay, that's kind of fun. I enjoyed that.
But that's just it. You got to work with what you've got. You know what I mean? And right now as comedians, we don't have much to work with.
No, there's none.
No.
Unless you're going to do YouTube videos, but that's not really stand-up anymore.
Yeah, or unless you've been at it for a while and, you're good in with Yuck Yucks or Comedy Bar and, where you've been doing it for a while and you're a pro at it, right? But
I don't think the pros can handle this either. I think they really, I don't know what to do either.
Yeah, I've actually spoken to a few, and I actually have a friend of mine who's been doing it for about 8 years, and it doesn't seem like he's doing anything now except for the odd show, once every 2 months or so.
Yeah. Like, well, I mean, how you're done, really? There's nothing. There's no audience, so there's no show.
Well, this whole COVID thing hurt. I think it hurt entertainers the most, and restaurants, stuff like that, because I also serve tables on the side, right?
Yeah.
And I think the ones that got hurt the most out of this, aside from small shops, I mean, entertainers got hit bad too.
Did you see the new Kevin Hart Netflix special that came out last week?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay. He's just ranting about how much COVID's like messed up entertainers.
Yeah, well, but it's dry. Yeah, really, eh? Yeah. I gotta watch that. See?
Oh, it's actually good. I thought it was better than his live stadium one, actually.
It just came out this week?
Yeah, just this week on Netflix.
Okay,
he just filmed in his own house.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, because there's no audience in general. So he's like, I'm just going to do it here where I have control over things.
But see, that's smart. And that's what I'm talking about. Right now, all we have is we got to work with what we've got. And because there's not many resources out there, there's not much for us to work with. I think that's actually a very smart idea. If
you have a giant stadium or theater in your
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the money for it.
Well, in that case, let me just open up my.
Here, everyone, let's just gather in my living room. My little tiny basement. Yeah, no, but he's got the money. He sold out stadium.
Yeah, no, I kind of wonder when it will come back.
Me too, my man.
Yeah,
me too. It's right now, like I said, the best hope we've got is just wait. Hope everyone just. I think 2020 is just that 1 year we're just gonna forget it existed. It's just gonna. Well,
the fun part is that no one's gonna believe us like later on.
Oh no, I know.
No one's gonna like what? No, I don't buy it. Like, no, really, you couldn't leave your house with you couldn't have people in your house easily unless they were willing to do it quietly and not draw attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be one of the, especially when they get to that part of the toilet paper. That was, to me, that was the best part out of the whole COVID.
That was weird, wasn't it?
Well, yeah.
How did that start?
Dude, okay, here's why I think it's so weird. There's a pandemic, all right? And you're going to be at home, you're going to, you can't go out, you're going to need food, fine, stock up on food, breads, tin cans, shit like that. And COVID, yes, it affects your lungs, your respiratory system. It doesn't give you, it's something like that. Anyways, I don't know much about it, right?
I'll let you know when
the one thing I do know about COVID, Corona, is that it doesn't give you explosive diarrhea. I may not be a doctor at this, but I know for a fact Corona is not going to give you explosive diarrhea. So unless you've got Corona and the number one side effect is explosive diarrhea, I don't understand the whole toilet paper fiasco.
Where were you 6 months ago?
That to me, that's just humans being humans. We're paranoid when things.
You could have been a ringleader. You could have been leading a movement. We don't need that toilet paper. Yeah.
Yeah, start making weapons out of toilet tubes.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I remember there was videos where people they used to be there holding out money, but then they were like, "I got toilet paper."
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah. The new currency of 2020. Yeah, that makes sense. No, but like I said, to me, that just proves how human we are. And when something out of the blue happens that we can't explain, especially because humans were so afraid of the unexplainable, of the unknown.
Yeah. Anything we're like, I don't understand, you just lose our minds.
We freak out. We flip out. We freak out. And I guess the first thing that came to everyone's minds was, oh my God, we got COVID. I better make sure my ass is wiped. Which makes absolutely no sense because a lot of people, it's true.
What will I do?
A lot of these people, they'll be wearing masks and it's like, don't touch me. Don't touch me. I don't want to get germs. And then they go home and eat their partner's ass. Pardon the French. I don't know if I can say that on your show or not.
No, you can say anything.
Okay, but you know what I mean. They won't touch, I can't touch you, but I'm going to go home and eat an ass.
Yeah.
It's just, it makes no sense. world's going to shits.
I remember that when I was going to the store, it wasn't just toilet paper. It was like all the toilet paper was gone, and then right next to it, the napkins are still there.
Yeah.
Like it's the same aisle. It's still totally there.
What? Paper's paper, my dude.
Yeah, like I'm happy to wipe it on a newspaper.
My man, I'm Portuguese. I'm from the islands of Portugal, all right? And I'm an immigrant. I came here when I was age 12, all right? I've had to wipe with more than just paper. All right, like leaves and shit like that when you're, because it's small, especially at the time, it was considered a third world country.
Yeah. You just hopefully don't pick the itchy one. Yeah.
Well, no, sometimes it did happen, my man. Sometimes it did happen.
I didn't know that you actually you came from Portugal.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
Yeah. I'm an immigrant. It was 1989, Thanksgiving Day. I came to Canada, and it was the weirdest feeling of my life because I'll never forget that day. It was Saturday morning, and it was warm. It's Portugal. It's still pretty much summer there in October. Yeah. And
October.
Well, we don't have winter. We've got a 3-week winter.
You'd never seen snow, had you?
No, that's just it. So I left, I got on a plane with a nice short sleeve shirt, and I had a vest and my, summer pants. The first thing I got when I got off the airport was my family's giving me coats, these heavy coats. And I'm like, what the hell? And they're like, wait till you get outside. And
you're about to see something.
Yeah, that was, but it was, it was a cool experience growing up in Canada as an immigrant.
You're going to walk out here and say, why the hell did I get on this flight? A one-way ticket back. None of that garbage.
Yeah, especially when you can't understand anything everyone else is saying.
No. Well, wait, you didn't speak English either.
No, I used to know, like when I first got to Canada, the last 6 months I was in Portugal, I learned English. So I took English classes, but it was pure English from England. So how do you do? What time it is. So it's 12:30 or 12:30 noon. So by the time I got to Canada, my family's looking at me going, oh, no, buddy. You learned the wrong English. That's not the English in Canada. And it's
you learned how to talk like a robot, like a Google robot, ad bot. That's it.
Yeah. But it was a cool experience. It was an interesting experience.
And I remember if you pick up like a book on how to learn English, those things are terrible.
Yeah.
It's all about how do you do this specific tense and this specific pronoun after this thing. Well, you're like, what? I don't know. I don't even know that now. I've been speaking this my whole life. What the hell is that?
The worst part was that they don't explain swear words.
No,
and here's why that's bad. All right, because I'll never forget. I was I was 12 years old, grade 6, and they put me in Canadian school, right, elementary school. So I'm in grade 6, and this kid was pissing me off, just pissing me off. So with my Portuguese accent, I told him, "F off, you asshole."
Screw you.
Yeah, screw you. But I didn't know what those words meant.
You had to just come up with facious expressions.
Yeah, the teacher and the principal had to sit me in the office and explain to me why I couldn't say those words. Especially the word asshole. I was like, I don't understand that. I just know it's like calling someone an idiot.
Yes.
And she goes, no, Paulo, that's a swear word.
This word has more weight somehow.
Yeah.
This word is bad. This word's okay. It's less bad. Means the same thing though, but not quite bad enough.
No, exactly. Especially considering the first word in English I learned was shit.
It's a good choice. It has a lot of meanings. You can use it in a lot of settings.
It wasn't my fault. I was watching Mad Max. And I think it was Mad Max. There's a part in the movie where he writes shit on the windshield. And to me, that word stuck. I'm pretty sure it was Mad Max. I can't remember the movie, but I remember they wrote shit, and that was the first English word that I actually read.
The thing that I find strange is that swear words in other countries seem to be about the same thing. Like, it's still about poop. It's still about your genitals. It's still about screwing your mom. It's just a different language, but same thing somehow.
That's just it. It's just it's just in a different language. In French, to me, the best part is in French. In French, it actually sounds the best, especially when you're telling someone,
I don't know.
Dans cul à la mer, which means go do yourself in your mother's ass, right? I know, but it's always about something like that. It's always, and I had a really weird experience. Again, I was at a Pizza Nova. This was, again, when I first got to Canada. And I'm always causing trouble without knowing, I don't mean it, right? But we were all eating. The whole family is there. And I asked the waitress for a faca. A faca in Portuguese means knife.
Oh, okay.
So I needed a knife because the pizza was really doughy. It was melting, right? And I asked her for a knife, but I didn't know how to say knife.
No.
So, I'm asking everyone at the table, hey, preciso, I need a faca. I need a faca. And my aunt is like, no. And the waitress is looking at this 12-year-old kid, looking at, a waitress in her 20s, 30s, and he's going, I need this. I need the F. I need the F. And it's like, okay, that's not how you say it. So I think they should teach more about swear words when you're learning.
First thing in the book, chapter 1. How do you say screw your mom in the ass?
Yeah. I think there was a part in The Matrix where he says a bunch of swear words, and the ones that stuck with me the most were the French swear words.
I just saw The Matrix again, actually, in the last week. I saw the series again because it was on Netflix. For some reason, they just brought it back onto Netflix. I'm like, okay, I'm going to watch these.
There's a part where he talks about how swearing in French is just so beautiful, Nom de Dieu de portel de merde, c'est la porrite que nas dans le cul de ta mère. Anyone speaking French, I know I have an accent, but if anyone who understands French right now is going, oh my God, he's got such a putty mouth.
No. I really hope that they come up with The Matrix 4 in the next few years. Because they're filming it, but I don't know when it's going to get
I just heard about that this week. About apparently Will Smith is playing Neo, or the new Neo or something like that.
Whoa, what? Okay. I don't know. I didn't look at details. I just know they're making it.
I haven't even read anything about it. A friend of mine told me that they were apparently Will Smith is playing the new Neo.
Ooh. Actually, that might be good. I can watch that. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, because Neo's supposed to be like a god figure type thing, like a savior. So he could move from, I guess, one character to another. Without having to explain it, because it's not really about a person. It's about the spirit that take. I don't know.
Did you understand the theory behind the Matrix quite well?
I did, because I studied philosophy, and I wrote papers on Descartes.
Okay,
right?
I don't know who that is, but right? Who's that?
Rene Descartes. So it's mostly about duality, and pretty much that's where the whole idea comes from. Right. So I understood most of it. They were great movies. I loved it. Right. Yeah. I actually just watched, my roommate and I watched the trilogy last weekend, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, The Matrix again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we had a friend over and we just wanted to watch it. Right. So we had that in the background. But I thought the movie was great. I loved it. Right. And the whole philosophy behind it, I really enjoy it, because it's one of those things where you never really get to understand what is reality.
Well, I like the part where it's like, you're not actually the one. It might have been the one is actually the virus. It's the agent, right?
Yeah.
It's not actually Neo.
No, it's but that's just it. I love theories like that where you got to remember something. Okay, and here's an example, all right? I understand. I don't believe in concrete. Okay. I don't believe even the laws of physics, for example. Yes, they are laws, and they apply to us. For example, gravity. Whatever goes up must come down.
Sure.
Right? But that's only concrete to us in our universe, in our dimension.
All right.
So I think that if there, obviously there's other universes, there's other dimensions and whatnot. And I know this coming from someone who studied to be a priest. right?
That's right. Yeah. I forgot about that.
But science completely killed that for me, right? So I think that because there are more dimensions, more realities out there, their reality must be different than ours. So if their reality is different than ours, which one's real, which one's not? And to me, that tells me there's no such thing as a concrete.
So you're all about the multiverse now.
Yeah. I love reading up on stuff like that, like black holes, multi-universes, dimensions, alternate dimensions, and whatnot. It's one of my favorites.
I can't get enough of that. I just saw Interstellar, like all that kind of stuff. You go through wormholes, you go through all that.
Oh, buddy, honestly, I don't think you could go through a wormhole.
No.
No, are you kidding me? Nothing escapes that. Dude.
Well, you might be dead on the other side.
Well, you would be dead at the other side. Or there's also a possibility that you could be alive on the other side, watching yourself getting killed.
Ooh. I haven't heard of that one before.
It's not. You got to remember, most of this is all theoretical.
Yeah. It's like this is the number.
Theoretical. Yeah. Numbers, pretty much mathematics is the only thing that could prove, dimensions and whatnot. But most of it, pretty much, is all theoretical.
Yeah.
All right. So I love getting into that because your imagination there's no end to it.
No, the one I'm obsessed about is time travel. I can't get enough of time travel, even though we kind of know that it's garbage. But I can't get enough.
I'm the same. I don't think time travel to me is not. I don't think you could go back to the past.
It doesn't seem like it conflicts with the laws, right? I think
it does, and it's not only that. And here's the thing. And let's say you could travel to the future.
Sure. Well, you can do it in the future. You just can't come back.
Well, you can't come back, or it's not like it would be in the movies, like in Back to the Future, where you're going to see yourself 20 years from now.
No. You can only go forward, but then that's it.
That would just be it. Because if I travel, let's say I travel 20 years into the future.
Yeah.
From the minute I travel till the time I get there, I'm dead to everybody.
Yeah, you're gone.
I'm gone for the next 20 years. So you might see me in 20 years, and for me, those 20 years went by in a second, but I'm still dead to my parents and to everyone else.
Yeah. You're just old. Or everyone else is just old. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. But that's only in a dream, man. I don't think we could ever. Time travel to me is a very far-fetched idea.
But did you like Interstellar then? Because they did that. Like,
I've never watched that movie.
Oh, okay. Go watch that movie. What are you waiting for?
I've been wanting to, but I know some of the theories in there are gonna piss me off because when it comes to that, I love my science.
Well, they did some of it right. They went a little hokey pokey towards the end, but like they did the time part going forward right. They did come back as well, but the forward part was right.
Okay. See, I'll have to watch. Okay, I'll have to watch it. Everyone keeps telling me. All my friends keep telling me that's the one movie I should watch.
Did you see Tenet?
Which one?
Tenet, the new one.
No.
Oh, all right. This one you're gonna hate.
Oh yeah.
This one you're gonna hate.
I'm the type of person, I don't watch many movies. I might watch I watch a movie maybe every month, 2-3 months. I might watch a movie. I'm more into. I love my gaming. I'm a PlayStation kind of guy. I can sit in front of my TV. I'm playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla right now. So I get to be a Viking for the next little while. You know what I mean?
That is so cool. Yeah.
All the time I spend in front of TV is in front of a video game.
Something about being in those fantasy worlds that you can't get enough of.
Well, that's just it. A movie for me is fine, and I enjoy some of them. I'm very picky when it comes to movies. Unless they're wearing a cape and a cowl, I'm not really interested in it, right? But video games are a passion for me.
Well, the video game, you are the character.
That's just it.
That's the difference. You're the person.
That's just it. The choices are mine, especially how interactive video games get nowadays, where your choice is what develops the rest of the story.
Yeah, and it can change. The story changes literally based on what you do, which is nuts.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know, it's just, for me, it's a passion. I love playing gaming, man. Something I'm probably never going to give up. I will be 80 years old playing PlayStation 9.
Well, that's what I thought. Is like right now, old people homes suck.
Yeah.
But in like 50 years, I think they're going to be great.
Well, because in 50 years, you've got all the guys my age that are like 89 years old and don't want to give up on their old ideas.
No, we're going to have all the game systems in old people homes. It's going to be just Oculus everywhere. It's going to be great.
Yeah, I know. And that's the thing. I was, man, I remember playing video games. It was the second day in Canada. So October 15th, 1989 was the first time I ever seen one. And I was mesmerized.
You've never seen a video game?
No, I'm not exactly from the country of Portugal. I'm from the islands. The islands were, I used to grow my own chickens, raise my own chickens. And then I'd have to sit beside my grandmother wringing their necks up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's how I grew up for the first 10 years. And then I moved to Lisbon for 2 years, which was city life. And then I came to Canada.
Okay.
But the first 10 years of my life, here's a few examples. We had one channel on TV. Yeah. And at 10 o'clock at night, it was done. You would hear the Portuguese national anthem, and it'd be done.
Yeah, there's only one show.
That was it, right? It was just, it'd come on at like 9 a.m. It'd be done by 10, and you'd have your Portuguese novellas, a movie throughout the day, a few cartoons, and it's done.
Yeah.
So we had to do, and we didn't have toys or video games or anything like that. So we had to make our own toys. I used to play a lot with swords made out of wood.
Yeah, I used to like that kind of thing, but now it's not cool anymore. No, not even kids play with those things now for some reason.
No, because everyone's lazy. You've got, and I'm not putting it down, but now you can just sit in your room and play video games.
Yeah, the video games are so good now. That's the problem. You can't even play with other things because no one else wants to do it.
Well, but that's my point. I come from an era where we didn't even have the video games or the other toys.
Oh, you're like, I wish I had a wooden sword.
My man, when I was from grade 1 to grade 5, I used to get the ruler across the hand.
Oh yeah, okay.
All right, and you know what I mean. So I grew up. I grew up still getting that kind of treatment. Right?
Yeah.
And it got really bad for me because the teacher would line up the students at the end of the class and ask them a times table question. Yeah. And if you didn't get the answer right, she would smack you 5 on one hand and send you to the back of the line. And if you got it wrong again, she would smack you again before sending you home with the paper, telling your parents you're dumb. So, but here's why it got so bad for me. I was ahead. I actually got skipped from grade 4 to grade 6. And now, because I was ahead of everybody else, the teacher got lazy and decided to make 2 lines at the end of the class.
Okay.
So she would take one and I would take the other.
Yeah.
So I would have to ask kids a times table question. And if they got it wrong, I would have to smack them 5 times.
Oh, no. You were always the enemy.
I was 7, 8, 9 years old, my man. I was the enemy. All the other kids wanted to beat me up. So I would try to give them easy questions, like, what's 2 times 2? Yeah. Until the teacher looked at me and she, no, that's wrong, or you're going to get it on your hand. And it'd be like, okay, fine, what's 8 times 8? And some idiot looks at me and goes, 56. And I'm like,
your teacher's the devil. Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Damn.
That was the interesting part of growing up in a third world country with pretty much nothing.
No, I forgot what it's like when teachers could do things that they wanted to do in class.
Yeah. Oh man, back then they could. My teacher used to smoke right outside the door. And she wouldn't go outside. She would smoke outside in the hallway.
That's probably pretty normal too. Smoking wasn't a big deal then.
At the time, it was very, very normal. Another example would be the doctor's office. My doctor would smoke inside.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's right. Smoking totally fine too in dark. That's nuts. You could smoke in a plane. Yeah.
Back then, especially in places like Portugal, you could smoke anywhere. You could smoke inside the bus. You could be sitting in the bus and grab a cigarette and smoke.
Yeah. Yeah. Have a nice cigar.
Yeah.
Everyone coughing behind you.
I know, and that was the funny part about it, is that you could do anything you want to, and you die, but people just didn't care.
Yeah. There was no, oh no, poor little Johnny.
Yeah, but we were tough back then, man. All right.
Yeah, you got thick skin, man. Not this soft baby crap we got going on here. None of that. Like, oh no, I got called a name by the teacher. I need to have a parent-teacher intervention with the school board. None of that.
No, man. Back then, it was as easy as they would call your dad and say, "Hey, your son was back," and we hit him. And your dad would go, "Why are you calling me?"
Yeah. You calling me? It must be bad. Do it twice. Call next time.
Hit him twice, man. Yeah. Well, yeah. Hit him once for doing what he did, and hit him twice for having made you call me.
Yeah. Like, do another one just so you don't have to call next time.
Yeah, let's get
getting an extra bonus.
It was interesting. It was different growing up back then than what it is today, right? Not to sound like an old man, but
well, that's the one thing that I don't think people, definitely my generation, get at all. It's like we whine and complain, but we have nothing to whine and complain about.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah. No, back then it was one of these things where you complain and your parents will look at you and say something like, "What are you complaining about?" And you're like, you'd mumble under your breath, and they'd look at you and say, "I'll hit you twice if you want something to complain about."
You're like, "Oh, okay."
And it's like, "No, everything's good. I'm not complaining about it anymore. I'll eat whatever you put on the table. I'll do whatever you say."
Yeah.
Man, like I said, I'm in my 40s and I'm still afraid of my father.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, it was a different time, different place. It was, yeah.
I wonder what it's going to be like 100 years from now. Am I going to be like now the veteran, my day we had to actually occasionally go outside.
Well, actually, but that's how it always is. If you look throughout human history, that's how it's always been. And here's an example. You know how your dad probably always said to you, "Well, our music was better. Why are you listening to this crap?" Right?
For me, it was anti-video games. As soon as I turned on a video game, he would go ballistic.
Is it? Yeah, my father.
What are you doing?
My father used to do that too. Or if he was big into Elvis and the Beatles, right? So if I ended up listening to Guns N' Roses or Iron Maiden, he'd be like, "Oh, your music sucks." Or you play on Tupac, he's like, "What the hell is this?" Back then, our music was better. But do you want to hear how far back that goes? Plato. You've heard the philosopher Plato.
Yeah, he's a philosopher, right? I don't remember what he stands for, though.
Plato was he was Socrates' teachers. There was Socrates, there was Plato, Aristotle, and then Aristotle taught Alexander the Great. But Plato actually said once that one of his pet peeves were when musicians add major chords and minor chords in the same tune, in the same song.
That's too risky. That's going too far.
And you play music. You're a musician as well, right?
Yeah,
so am I. I play guitar.
You play guitar, that's right.
Yeah, and to me, it's like, when you're playing music, sometimes you mix between a major chord and a minor chord, a flat or... But to Plato, that was wrong. Back then, that was wrong. You did not mix minor and major chords. Minor chords were meant to resemble sadness. Major chords were meant to resemble happiness.
Yeah.
But look where that got us now. So
imagine if you played dubstep for them.
yeah, right. Imagine going back then to Plato and just handing him a tape with dubstep and or house or trance.
Yeah, what is this garbage?
Or better yet, jungle. Let's give him some jungle. See how he, or some.
No, you're right. Some of these genres nowadays are really, you have to have an acquired taste to even
you do
get close to appreciate that.
But that's as musicians, and I'm pretty sure you'd agree. As a musician, I can listen to pretty much anything except Nickelback. That's
you gotta draw a line somewhere.
That's where I draw the line. I've actually learned how to love every type of genre, every kind of music. I've learned how to love by putting all my hate into Nickelback.
You just got to figure out a place to put it. This is terrible, but at least it's not this.
Yeah, exactly. At least it's not Nickelback, and it's not like they're bad. Like they're good musicians. They know how to play instruments. I've heard them play. It was a song by ZZ Top. I can't remember if it was Well Dressed Man or La Grange, and they did an amazing cover. And then you listen to their stuff, and it's like, how can you guys be such great musicians and at the same time write such bullshit?
I find it helps just to have something to hate. You don't have to have reasons to hate it. You just need to stop something sometimes. Why they suck? They suck.
They just suck.
Don't ask me why.
They were tossed out of Portugal. The Portuguese started throwing bottles and rocks on stage.
Oh yeah, and Portuguese don't like that band, eh?
No, not at all. Not at all. We can't stand Nickelback.
Can you imagine,
all the best of them.
Can you imagine being a band like that? You were the top band for a while, and then suddenly everyone hates you. You're like, wow.
I find they're the most loved and the most hated band at the same time.
Yeah, somehow something happened. I don't know what the thing was, but.
It's like, okay, if you're Canadian, and I know people are going to hate me for this, but if you're Canadian, obviously you're going to love Nickelback because they're a Canadian band, right? But come on, Rush is one of my favorites, and Rush is by far the greatest thing that ever came out of Canada.
No one's got hate for Rush, though. No one hates that band.
No, that's it. Even
not many.
80% of the people in their concert are mostly men, so it's always a sausage party in there. But they're one of the best bands ever. Geddy Lee, Alex, and Neil. I mean, they're three of the greatest musicians ever. And again, Nickelback, they know how to play instruments. I just think that when it comes to writing music, you got Rush, who are a genius. And then you've got Nickelback, who is like, Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, go hit yourself with a guitar or something.
Yeah. Right? What kind of stuff do you play when you play?
I play a lot of classic rock.
Oh, okay.
Also a bit of metal. It depends, though. For me, it goes. My three favorite musicians. You'll see how it's just such a difference between them. I'd have to say my top favorite would probably be Tchaikovsky.
Oh wow, you're going composer style.
Classical would probably be my favorite.
Oh wow,
Tchaikovsky's one of my favorites. Franz Liszt is another one of my favorites. I love classical music. Beethoven too. Camille Saint-Saëns, another one of my favorites. You know, they've amazing music, especially from back then.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to say Pink Floyd.
Okay, yeah.
So see how it's like oranges, apples, and my third would be Tool.
Okay, I don't know that one.
They're a very heavy metal band.
Oh, okay, all right.
So my genres, it depends. It's not really about the author; it's about the music.
It's about how it makes you feel, really. That's the only thing that matters.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Right. Tchaikovsky, I mean, you never go wrong with the Nutcracker. It's one of the most beautiful pieces ever written, in my opinion.
That is a good one, isn't it? It's very iconic. You know exactly, just like after a note or two, you're like, I know that song.
Yeah, exactly. Or even the, what is it? The Battle of 1817. I can't even remember right now.
I don't know the name. I just know the sound.
Yes. I love that. Yeah, right. I love that. But be honest, as a musician, you'd have to agree too. Musicians, we have a wide variety of what to love in music.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's not even about the band; it's just about the sounds they make.
Yeah, I find that especially for me, it's all about what is the genre? I don't know. I just like this thing. It does a sound. It's got the. For some reason, this chord works. For some reason.
I used to rave back in the day, and still to this day, I'll still listen to Paul Oakenfold or Armin van Buuren.
Oh yeah, trance stuff.
I love trance. Not much into freestyle or house, but when it gets into trance jungle, oh, but I go crazy for that shit, man.
Yeah. That's definitely rave music. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to go to music festivals, rave music festivals, where they'd have 150 DJs over the course of 3 days, and then you don't remember anything because you've actually took more eats than you brought in with you.
The thing that's strange for me is like the types of music is kind of shaped by the type of audience too.
Yes. Yeah. Well, it's same thing as comedy.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
All right. Being on stage, it's the same thing. I actually find it music is easier to be on a stage than comedy.
How so?
Because when I'm on, at least that's from personal experience, when I'm on stage playing music, I always go up there with bands.
Yeah.
We have a fun time together. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I've put on shows, for example. I used to be in a band where we did a Beatles revisited. So I had to do George Harrison's part.
Okay.
So I had to speak with a British accent, which I was really bad at it.
You dressed up?
Yeah, I did. I had a beard. I let my hair down. Oh, yeah. And I had to go in full denim. Ooh. So white shoes, jeans with a jean shirt. I had to look the Harrison part.
Yeah.
But I found that it was easier because I wasn't up there by myself. And when it's with music, as long as they're drinking, they'll dance. No one cares.
That's right.
When you're doing comedy, depending on what you say up there, it could piss someone off. And if you're drunk, it will piss them off even more. True.
There's a lot more risk involved.
Yes, exactly. As a comedian, you're always having to keep an eye on the audience. As a musician, not as much. As a musician, when you see everyone dancing, you know everyone's having a good time. And you don't have to care about anything. Yeah, as a musician, I feel like I'm careless on stage. And I'll even make mistakes, and it's like, who cares?
No, don't even notice
it. And they don't notice it. Because you're the musician, you're the one playing music. Right? You notice it, they don't.
Yeah, that's true. Comedy, you really have to be aware of everything.
Yeah, you do. You have to. Yeah. And that's why I find it hard sometimes when you're on stage and the lights are too bright and you can't see the audience.
You have to pretend you see them. Like,
Yeah, I've had moments like that. So when it's comedy, I like to interact with the audience. I like to see I like to see their moods. I like to see their faces.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true. If you can't see, well, it's a strange flip though. And when you start out, you're like, oh, I don't want to see them because I'm scared of stage fright or whatever. And then later on, you're like, I really need to see them because I don't know if it's working.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. 180.
And that's why I think music is much easier for a musician to be on a stage and do his thing than it is for. And I don't mean it's easier as in the work itself. I mean it's easier as in you being up there and more comfortable.
It seems to be a lot less conscious of doing it. You can just kind of pick up your guitar and you don't even have to look at the audience if you really didn't want to.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And the more you practice, there's only 3 rules to music, and you know that. Practice, practice, practice. Yeah, everything else doesn't matter.
Just do lots. But you could say the same thing with comedy, I guess. Do lots.
Yeah. Except in comedy, it's usually you write 10 jokes and one will make it great and the rest will all be garbage or, back burner material.
I don't know. Most of my songs are like that too.
No, actually, I've heard some of your stuff, my man. It's really good. Like I said, I love beats. Right? And I've heard some of your music, man. It's good. I enjoyed it. So
we'll see. We'll see when we get the hit. Then we will have this conversation again. Like, oh yeah, okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Until then, we're just dealing with mediocre jokes and songs, and then.
Well, no, you know how to make it big in the music industry? Be like Nickelback and write bullshit songs. All right. Write bullshit songs and maybe you'll get your platinum record on your wall, just like Nickelback has it. You know what I mean? So just write bullshit music.
I wonder if there was like a shortcut, Like I don't actually know what that shortcut is, but
What, to being a musician?
to get in, like, you can see all these fake blogs and they're like, you can make $10,000 in 2 days. But it's one of those things where, like, the guy didn't actually make $10,000 in 2 days.
No.
There's something going on.
Jeez, no. They're all like pyramid schemes. That's all it is.
Yeah. Oh, I found this ridiculous pyramid scheme. So over the last 2 days, I encountered the most insane pyramid scheme tailored towards me, which is they were targeting me, and I kind of was almost sucked in. Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, so I teach I teach a little bit of the music stuff. I have some video tutorials online.
Okay.
And someone contacted me and said, we'd like to collaborate with you. We're an educational platform. And I'm like, ooh, okay, sure. Sounds good. I'll collaborate. And then I didn't do my due diligence. I didn't research them very well. But I said, okay, sure, I'll do a Zoom interview with you and we'll talk about this. So I talk on the Zoom interview, and this lady says, so the premise of our website is we teach students in Europe, and we have 500,000 students. We have 3,500 teachers, or 2,500 teachers. We've been around for many years. Like, okay, that sounds good. Sounds good. We'd like you to be an instructor. Oh, sounds good. And so all we need you to do is come up with content. I'm like, okay, that sounds right. And we'll give you a fee, royalty fee, and that sounds good. And then she said, I'm going to send you the brochure, and then you just have to, what exactly do I have to do? And I said, you have to write the course material, like a book. Okay, a book, but it's not video stuff. She's like, no, we don't need video. Okay.
Getting weird already.
You don't need video for an online educational website teaching. Okay, sounds a little strange.
Yeah.
So I end the call, and I'm still like, I don't mind writing a book. I'm fine with that. So let me check out this website a little bit. So I go to the website, and you can check this out right now. It's coursal.org or coursal.com. And when you go to the website, you see it looks kind of like an educational site until you look at the actual courses they have on the site.
Yeah.
And then you see that the courses are very strange. They've all been reviewed by the same 3 people. They all have ratings out of 5-star. And the ratings are all by the same exact 3 people. 3 people have rated all the courses. And if you look at the course descriptions, you look carefully and you realize that the wording is very strange in these courses. And the courses themselves are strange.
Of
like,
course.
Here, I'm going to send you a link to this. Is completely ridiculous in the beginning.
How much did they ask you for? Because there's always a price, a tag on that.
Oh yeah. So let me find this up. Coursal.com. By the way, listeners, don't actually pay for these courses on Coursal.com. Okay, don't do it. Okay, so here I'm going to send you the link. I just sent it in the Zoom chat.
I didn't even know. This is my first time using Zoom.
Yeah, so there's a chat button at the bottom of Zoom. I don't know if you can see that. And if you click that button, then you can click on that link. And so when you go to this,
they're having a Black Friday sale.
Yeah, it sounds good. And now, so it looks like a legitimate site from the front of it. And you look at these courses and like, business management, 97 euros. Okay, sounds right.
Marketing.
Sounds okay. Until you look at the details. Click on the courses at the top.
At the top of the course?
At the top of the page, there's something that says courses. Okay.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah. And now if you look at these, you start to look at some of the courses they offer, and then you're like, wait, these don't make sense. So like you can see one that's baby massage.
I was just gonna ask about that. Do babies even need massages?
And the more you go down the list, the more ridiculous it gets. There's butcher, there's dog walker,
balloon folding.
There's horse care. There's knitting. there's nothing wrong with a course on knitting, but it's not something that you would pay 250 euros for an online diploma on, right?
Oh,
that doesn't make sense.
A Dreamweaver. What's a Dreamweaver?
Dreamweaver's okay. Dreamweaver is a software, but if you actually click on it, it doesn't seem so legit. Anyway, so these get more and more ridiculous the more you go down the line. And then you start to see other courses on here, like, let me see if I can find one. I want to send some of the, where is it? Some of these strange ones. Mind mapping, mindfulness, magnetic therapy.
It just seems like if you know something, they'll hire as a teacher. That's pretty much all it seems. Watercolor.
Fear of failure. You can get a diploma in fear of failure. Cupcake baking. Yeah. You can get a diploma in that. So anyway, so I started to realize there's something strange going on here. So then I met with another buddy, and we're like, let's explore this further because there's definitely something strange. We don't know what it is, but let's see where this goes. So we started going through the brochures, and you can get sample chapters for these courses. You can just download it when you try to sign up. And you look at the sample chapter, and you're like, this is a weird sample chapter. Because all the sample chapters for all the course are the exact same.
Oh, really?
So like, wait, something's also weird. And you start to see typos in the chapters where it's like, thank you for enrolling in cupcake baking. Thank you for enrolling in horse care, whatever.
Yeah.
So, okay, so this is auto-generated. So that means that someone didn't actually write the book because they're all identical.
Yeah.
So that's something strange. And so like there's something getting weirder and weirder. And if you look, there's like a video that tries to explain how the website works. And you click on the video and it looks legit. I don't know if you can see that on the website, but on like any of these courses, there's a video that says it. And all the videos are the same.
So it's, Yeah, you got to be. That's the thing about nowadays, especially because of the internet and how far we've gotten. Mm-hmm. We've come with it. We have to be careful with signing up with anything. To me, this literally just seems like another one of Trump University.
Trump University.
Yeah, because that was a real university for him, wasn't it?
Nah. Well, let me finish it, and then we'll go into Trump University because I do want to talk about that. But. So we going through these things like, okay, the documentation makes no sense. The courses are wrong content. The courses themselves are on things like Reiki and aura and chakra. I'm like, that doesn't seem to make much sense. Yet they're trying to recruit me to write a book, and they don't want videos. So now my buddy, he's a developer, and I know a little bit, and we're like, wait a second, what if there's more than one of these websites? So we do some fancy fiddling things, and essentially we say, let's take some of these pictures and put it into Google and see if there's other identical things online. And we discover there's like dozens of these same identical sites with the same pictures and the same logos and images.
Really?
So what happened is it's a WordPress template that someone sold somewhere. And some people are like, let's pretend this is a real online course. And they're trying to actually get people to buy things that don't exist yet. And they're trying to recruit me to actually make content that they're pretending is there.
Did they ask you for any money at all?
They want me to write the book because the website actually doesn't have any way to upload videos. So they can only upload like PDFs. So that's why they want a book.
Yeah.
So it's this ridiculous thing.
I'm always scared about signing up anything online, man. Especially when someone approaches you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, okay.
Yeah, it's this whole... Well, the thing is, there's dozens of these sites. It's not one. That's the strange thing. There's tons of these, and they're all trying to scam them with slightly different wording. Like, they add in their own names of courses. There's a whole bunch of people trying to sell these courses to people, and people might actually buy it if you don't know. You could enroll, give them 250 euros.
Because, well, especially if it's someone who's never had a diploma before or something like that, and then they get happy,
Yeah. Like, it
because they got
sounds
something.
good from the first not outside look. I thought it was real. They almost was writing for them. It was like, oh, jeez.
Yeah. Wow. Well, you dodged a bullet.
Well, we dodged a bullet because me and my other friend were making fun of how dumb this wording was on the website, and then we realized, oh no, it's a scam. That's why it's dumb. Oh, we just thought they messed up.
I'm actually looking through the courses right now. Oh shit! Sorry, I pressed play on the video, but it all looks to be the same.
Yeah. If you look at the description of some of these stupid courses, it gets more and more bizarre.
Yeah. Yeah, the video's all the same.
Yeah, the video's always the same.
Regardless what subject you press on, it's always the same.
Some of these are really funny too. Like, here, I'm going to put another one in the chat. Like this one. If you look at the description of the course, like, wait. Like, why would anyone even pretend this is a course? Like, here's one for, you can get a diploma in analyzing your children's drawings. What?
Oh, wow. Analyzing your children's drawings.
Like, oh, my God.
Yeah, apparently nowadays you could be a teacher for anything.
Well, based on this, like, look at the description of this. Telling
stories. I mean, teacher as in, under quotations. Yeah, wow. Hey, I didn't know. This is the first time I ever heard of this. This is pretty screwed up.
Yeah, they went, well, whatever groups of people are using these sites.
Yeah, they're expensive too. Some of these courses go up to $300-400.
Yeah, the hundreds and hundreds of euros.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's in euros.
Yeah, these are really expensive.
I just noticed. Holy shit. And that's in euros.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. When I was looking at the $2.99, I didn't even see the euro sign. Okay.
Yeah, there's something to really get screwed. They think they're getting a diploma.
Yeah, no.
But here's the thing that's the flip side is, like, on one hand, we kind of are starting to realize that education doesn't need to be in person. Like, we kind of know that now.
Yeah.
It can be done online. And so, like, it makes sense for there to be online institutions, but then you got to deal with this.
But see, the problem is when they're online, you don't really have a mediator. You don't have anyone processing all the bad shit from the good shit.
That's right. You have no idea.
No, you don't. I mean, when we're learning in school, the school's run by the government.
You hope.
Yeah, in Canada, we hope, you know what I mean? But it's the school's supposed to be run by the government. When you're looking at online, these are just businesses that people put up themselves. It's the same thing as when I was teaching guitar. I used to teach guitar to kids on my own, but I didn't have, I wasn't working at a school. I just put my name out there. I put an ad in Kijiji and I taught kids.
Yeah. I mean, that's totally great. That's good.
But in a sense, it's the same thing, except that now you're teaching people bullshit.
Now, like, this is the most elaborate scam. They're not even trying to get me to pay. They're trying to get me to suck other people into pay.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, there's levels to this.
Yeah. No, and that's the shitty part. That's true, because they're not trying to get you to, they're just they're using you like if you'd be fish food.
They're using me as the bait.
Yeah, they're fishing, and you're the bait, bud.
I am the bait to suck in people. Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Oh, wow.
And I wonder how many people they are currently doing this to. Like, I'm one of many. They just probably came across.
Honestly, I don't think I could be surprised with that one right now, my man. I've seen people do so many stupid things.
Yeah. How big does this tunnel go? This rabbit hole end up?
That's just it. The tunnel right now, as I see it, is endless.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing humans could do that I would not be surprised.
Yeah.
Okay. And it all depends. Here's something funny I learned. I've actually been writing a joke on this. And, I read a lot about religions and whatnot, even though I'm an atheist. But I still read a lot about it, right? I love doing my studies on it. And I was reading something this week. I can't remember which country it is. I know it's in the Middle East. I believe it's Lebanon. Again, I'm not, don't take my word for it. But all I know is that it's illegal to have sex with a goat unless it's a female goat. I'm that serious. That's the rule. So if you get caught having sex with a female goat, you're good.
Just got to check the gender first.
Yes. Make sure you check that gender, and it's like, meh, and yep, and then she's all good, my friend. But it's like I said, nothing surprises me anymore. From people being able to screw goats to the whole toilet paper hoard, nothing surprises me anymore.
I remember there's a documentary on, I think it's like a Vice documentary. And it's like the strange ritual of donkey screwing. It's just this strange community of people who screw donkeys.
Wow. Yeah. See? That's, yeah.
And the video is great, though, because it's about this reporter who's trying to do his job reporting. And he's just following these people. He's like, what am I watching? He's just watching people do donkeys. It's like, why am I here?
Yeah. I'd be too. I'd be like, okay, yeah. I could do something much better with my time.
Yeah, he's just really uncomfortable because there's a guy right in front of him banging a donkey. He's like, I don't know what to do here.
And the guy was banging the donkey?
Yeah, he's banging a donkey.
There should be laws against that. Jesus.
Well, it's in some country, that third world country, so I mean, there probably are laws, but who's checking there?
This is why we need. See, I like I said, nothing surprises me anymore. I'm not surprised. If he wants to go screw a donkey, well,
yeah, well, that's the joke between farmers and sheep sometimes, right?
Oh my God! Oh wow! Yeah. Wow.
Who needs wives now?
I've learned. Yeah, right. I've learned that if you want good jokes, if you want material for your jokes, all you have to do is read the news.
Yeah. You gotta find some good stuff there.
Yeah. In fact, the where I've been getting the whole goat thing that I got was last year I bought myself one of those desk calendars, and the ones where you rip off every day.
Sure.
Right? And but it's the weird things. It's called Weird Things People Do That You Would Not Believe. So every day every day I wake up and I look at that, and that's where I ripped mine off. And all I read was, in this country, it's illegal to have sex with a goat unless it's a female goat. I'm like, wait, what?
Wake up.
Yeah, and that's my wake up call. It's like, hey, I'm happy I live in Canada.
Yeah. There you go. Here you go.
But geez, yeah. Oh well, that's our planet, buddy.
That is the world here. I guess we can call this episode a wrap, but we should do this again sometime.
My man, anytime you want to, give me a call. Let me know. Give me a heads up, and it's been a pleasure.
Yeah,
buddy. Good stuff. Like I said, it's been great to see you again.
You too, man.
Right. And but anytime, man, you'd like me on your show, just on your podcast, just give me a heads up. Let me know. I gladly do it.
Sounds good. Do you have anything you want to promote? I don't know if you have anything.
I haven't been doing anything right now, man. Okay. Nothing. Everyone stay safe. Love each other or hate everyone equally. I don't really care as long as it's all equally, it's either love everyone equally or hate everyone equally. Don't leave anyone out. And if you're going to hate anything, remember Nickelback. Fucking hate Nickelback.
You heard it from the man himself. All right, everyone. This is not being the episode. This is Paulo. Thanks for being on the show, buddy.
You too, my man. Thank you very much. Have a good one.
You too, man. Thanks.